Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be trying out some new blushes, and I'm not even going to lie to you guys, one of my all-time favorite, hands down, cream blushes is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Putty Blush, and the shade specifically in Tahiti. You guys, it is beautiful. It blends really nicely, it holds up really well throughout the entire day. It blends really well over other makeup, and it just does a really great job, you guys. So when they came out with the e.l.f. Cosmetics Luminous Putty Blush, I was like, girl, we have to try it. We have to see what it's all about. And the two shades I picked up for today's video is Bermuda, which I feel like is a beautiful everyday type of blush shade. I also picked up Isla del Sol, which I feel like is a beautiful like summer, fall, winter blush shade, but we'll see obviously once we try it on. And they came with 6 different shades. They run for $7, so that's what I love. It's super affordable. It's also supposed to be really pigmented with a shimmer finish to it, a luminous finish. It's also supposed to dry down with a semi-matte finish. It has also argan oil and vitamin E infused in the formula, so it's supposed to be really comfortable and hydrating on the skin. Vegan and cruelty-free, which you guys know I love. And basically we're going to be testing it out. We're just going to see how pigmented are they, how does it blend on the skin, what is the finish like, and essentially, is this actually worth picking up, or should we possibly just stick to the OG girl, the e.l.f. Cosmetics Putty Blush? So I hope you guys enjoy. Everything I talk about in today's video will be listed down below in the description box. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's jump on in and try them on. So let me give you a quick run through of the packaging, because I feel like that's important, and especially since I have the original Putty Blush, I just want to give you a side-by-side comparison in case you were interested and curious if there is a difference. And literally, girl, there is no difference. The sizing is basically the same. It has a black top to it, clear on the bottom, which is perfect so you're able to see exactly which blush shade you're grabbing. I also want to mention that on the little side of the label, little sticker on there, it has the name of the blush shade on there. That took me such a long time to figure out, because I literally thought that they just didn't include that anywhere on the packaging, but the font color is so light that it's kind of hard to see, and the font size isn't the largest, and since the fact that the color is so light, it's kind of hard to notice. So I just want to point that out there just in case you were like me and didn't know this. As for a scent, it literally doesn't have a scent, and I'm not surprised because the Putty Blush didn't have a scent to it. And even now that I've had it for a while, it doesn't have a scent to it at all. So it's really creamy, really hydrating, and I absolutely love Bermuda. I'm really excited to apply this on. I just feel like it has a beautiful neutral undertone, a perfect everyday type of a blush shade. And when you look at it in the packaging, it definitely looks like it has a luminous finish, but it doesn't look like it has like glitter chunks in it, which is really, really nice. It's really finely milled, and I love the fact that it doesn't look oily and greasy swatched in the back of my hand, just because some cream blushes tend to have that type of consistency, and I'm just not a big fan of it because I have combination oily skin. So I prefer something with like a natural or semi-matte finish, and this definitely has a beautiful semi-matte finish. I absolutely love it. It feels really hydrating, nourishing, and when you blend it out, it definitely dilutes the pigmentation, and it just looks really natural on the skin. So you can definitely build the pigmentation to this blush and have control of how pigmented you really want it to be. So I'm actually going to go in with my El Maquillage foundation brush, and I know this is a foundation brush, but I absolutely love using this to apply on blush just because the bristles are just so soft, and I feel like it blends out the product really nicely. So I'm just going to go ahead and move the camera a little bit closer to my face so you guys can get a better view of, you know, how I'll be applying on this blush. So you're a little bit closer now. You're able to see a little bit more. And I'm just going to go in with my foundation brush, and I'm just going to go into Bermuda and pick up a little bit of product, and just enough just so my brush is like kind of filled. And I'm gonna go in with the top, and this is how I always do it. I kind of go in and just blend everything out in there just to kind of dilute it and mix it together. And then I'm just gonna go in and apply it on really lightly and gently, because I don't want to move the foundation and everything that I've applied on underneath. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it on the top of my cheekbones, kind of applying it on in an upward motion just so I can kind of lift the face. Just applying on Bermuda, beautiful, absolutely love it. Perfect everyday type of blush shade. I feel like it works really well with the makeup look that I've created for today, and it definitely has a luminous finish on the skin, but I like it because it doesn't look too luminous, too dewy, too greasy, too oily. And so far when you touch it on the skin, it does kind of have like a little tacky consistency, but I'm hoping once it give it a little bit of time for it to dry down, it won't feel like as tacky, the finish of it, just because the Putty Blush, the original OG girl, that one tends to do that, but when you give it a little moment, it dries down and it looks beautiful and doesn't feel as tacky. But this is really beautiful. It looks really natural, subtle, it blended really nicely. It didn't move any of the makeup that I've applied on underneath, and so far so good. I do want to mention though that I did have to go in ham girl trying to build the pigmentation to the blush that I currently have on. I think I dabbed my brush into the pan probably like 5 times, just trying to build the pigmentation as much as I could. Obviously, I want you to be able to see it on camera, and obviously I want to be able to see it on me because girl, I'm about to go out after this video. Let's go ahead and jump on in and apply on Isla del Sol. Isla del Sol, you guys, is like a true orange, tangerine. Like, it is a bright. I'm a little intimidated, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like if it applies on really lightly and very natural, like Bermuda, I feel like it's gonna look beautiful on. Like, this could be a beautiful fall blush shade. It's giving me like possibly pumpkin spice vibes, and also this is a really beautiful blush shade like during the summertime, which out here in LA, girl, it is still really hot out here, so I'm really excited to apply it on. But I quickly did a swatch on the back of my hand, so that is how pigmented it looks. Like, it literally looks like a true orange. But once you blend it out, it definitely dilutes the pigmentation. It looks really subtle, very natural, but it still has like that orangey undertone that I actually really like. I didn't expect it to look as pigmented in person, to be really honest. When I purchased this online, I thought it just was gonna look a little bit, I don't know, like a soft orangey blush shade, like more of a light peach, but this is like a true orange. So I'm gonna go in with my Beach Cosmetics brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dab my brush into the pan to pick up a product, and then I'm gonna go in the back of the top. Per usual, I'm just gonna swirl everything around, and I don't know why I do this. I just feel like there's a noticeable difference when I do that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it on the top of my cheekbones. Again, being really light-handed, just because I don't want to move everything that I've applied on underneath, and then I'm just going to apply it in an upward motion. Now I'm going to go in with a second layer just so you can see what I'm talking about, because I feel like you can already see like a little orangey something on my skin, but I'm going to apply a little bit more, so I'm going to go in for a second layer. Now I'm going to go in with a third layer, just because I feel like you can probably see this blush shade on the top of my cheekbones. It looks really beautiful, by the way. I love the undertone to it. I feel like it's really subtle, perfect. I love the undertone, it's just so pretty. So I'm just gonna go in and apply on a third layer just because, you know, just wanna see a little bit more. Just see it a little bit more just in case you can't see it on camera. So I'm gonna go in and apply it on the top of my cheekbones. And the last little final step that I personally like to do after I apply on a cream blush, I like to go in with a brush like this one. This one is from the Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is the L23 brush. And I like to go in with banana powder, and I just like to reset everything under the eye area. And we can, since we're already applying it on, we can go through the T-zone area just to make sure everything is like nice and matte and there isn't too much of a shine, just because I have combination oily skin, girl. And the last thing I want to do is be filming and looking really shiny. But this is basically it. Let me give you an up close clip of how my skin is currently looking. And so far, I absolutely love Isla del Sol. It is beautiful. It blended really nicely. It did not move the makeup that I have underneath. I absolutely love both blush shades. They're beautiful. Very nice. It just depends on your personal preference, but I honestly can see myself wearing both. I love the fact that it's buildable. Like, you can build the pigmentation to your personal liking, especially if you have a habit of being a little heavy-handed when it comes to blush. I feel like this is perfect because it'll really make you work for it to like show up on your skin. And I just really love the undertones, you guys. It just depends on your personal preference, but I love the creamy consistency. Love the luminous finish that it has. I honestly feel like Bermuda looks more luminous than Isla del Sol on my skin, and I think it's because I didn't go in and apply on as much of Isla del Sol that I did on Bermuda. I think on Bermuda I applied on like 5 to 6 layers, and on Isla del Sol on the left side I only applied on like 4. I would say 4 layers of this product, so that is a difference, but they both look really beautiful on. I think they're really nice blush shades. I love the formula, you guys. I love that it doesn't have a scent. Love the packaging, and I feel like if you are starting out your makeup collection kit, or you're starting out your kit, I feel like this would be perfect because it's super affordable. This will last you literally such a long time, and I love the affordability of it, and I love the fact that it's cruelty-free. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Everything will be listed down below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and as always, I will see you all in my next video. I love you all so much. Bye!